Right. So, quick recap from the last like 6 sessions, because I have a feeling we're going to want to go back to this at some point. You'd left Nighthaven. You had gone with the two Galabdor, and they had brought you through the forest. You'd come to a bridge, which you had to cross. Burnt down that bridge and the surrounding area. Chased by mobsters into the far side of the forest. You had taken a moment to reflect, found some treasure that you then left, and then continued on into the dense forest ahead of you. You proceeded to walk in circles for a long time, based around the illusions of one mysterious tabaxi you had found, the one that you were after. In return for his help with the books you had found, he has offered you his help in return for you helping him suss out a fort close by. Thinking it was abandoned, you had gone up and met Reardon and his acolytes. It was tense, but peaceful for a number of days. A day and a half, really. Until you had decided to branch out on your own, some of you. When the group of Beatrix, Hugo, Gulliver, and Jojo had come back, they had met up with Bonnie to see the sight of Reardon teleporting back in to where one of his acolytes once stood. They had dropped what they were doing, and with Bigwig at their side, had initiated some form of, at least, standoff. In that moment, you would notice that 1, Bonnie was somewhere else, and 2, Hugo had decided to cast Ice Knife.
Or like a tomahawk throwing knife.
You had thrown that at Reardon, correct?
I was aiming for Reardon, yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm going to stream the game, and let's see what we find. I've now stuck on the music in game as well, which is lovely.
Anxious, sweating. Oh my god.
It's just Naruto shit with the music.
It's Neverwinter Nights music. Right. So, don't look at the left-hand side. We'll get onto that.
Don't worry about that.
Kevin, can you, so I don't have to continuously alt-tab, could you tell me what Ice Knife is for me?
What time I'm not ready.
I don't even have my books
I
out.
have it on my character sheet, but it doesn't have like the definition of it. Let me go on.
I can find it then. Ice Knife.
It's one of the...
You create a shard of ice and fling it at one target creature within range, making a range attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 or 1d10 piercing damage. It then explodes, and the target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed a dex save throw or take 2d6 cold damage.
Yes.
So, I have to turn this music down even further. It got really loud. So, I need you to make an attack roll against Reardon.
So is that plus anything?
It is a range attack roll, so no.
It's...
Oh, it would be plus your
modifier thing,
yeah, your casting modifier, which is
spell attack bonus, which is plus 6 actually. Holy shit. Damn.
Are you sure about this? Plus 6 is very high for a level 4 druid.
Wait.
Hi, Bonnie. You'll be missed. Hello, Bonnie.
I think
You were missed.
based on my wisdom, so my wisdom's like really high.
What's your wisdom can't be plus 6 though.
My wisdom's plus 4.
So yeah, I think it would be a plus 4 then, Kevin.
Uh,
Because it should be your spell attack modifier, which is usually your casting modifier. I don't think you have any bonuses to that.
Spell attack modifier is proficiency bonus plus wisdom modifier, so it's 4 plus 2.
Okay, that's fair. You are right. Continue. I swear to fuck.
It's a natural 20. Let's go, first try.
Oh, I can't wait to kill Bigwig in this episode. Literally cannot wait.
First blood.
So, I want you to roll 2 d10s for me, please. And this will be an attack against Reardon.
So how do you do crits? Do you just add the damage?
You double the damage dice. you double the damage dice. So that's 2d10.
So, also 2D. Okay, cool.
You're about to fuck some shit up here, by the way, because this is like an AoE attack, and they're all grouped up.
9, so that's 17.
17. You like pull back, you create the little shard of ice, and you, as you said, throw it like a tomahawk. At the last second, there's like a small like clap of Reardon's hands, and he swaps with one of his acolytes standing beside him, who take the hit of the two knives going into them, and you can see them like fall to their knees as they are like grasping at these ice shards, and as they like just pull them out of their chest, they explode, dealing what is it?
2d6 cold damage.
2d6, which is
everyone within 5 feet needs to make a dexterity save.
well, they all have to take a dex save. I am going because there was literally 9 of them. I'm going to roll 3 dice, and we're going to see how many of them are going to save.
Kian,
Okay.
Hey, what's up?
the spell that I cast on him still in effect.
Oh god, what did you cast on him? Oh yes, you did. Yes, it would be.
Deaf. He's still deaf.
Yeah, he is still deaf for 10 minutes with concentration.
I'm gonna check that.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Huh?
So, with what this is gonna do, I'm gonna deal damage to all of them, and then just modify it based on what I rolled.
So
I want you to roll 2d6 damage,
2d6, yeah.
but then you have to roll 2 more for the crit damage, so that's 4d6.
So it's. Oh fuck! Okay, let's go. Hello.
And while
Pog.
Reardon has swapped positions, and this cultist has taken his full brunt into his chest, looking over, you can see that there are like icy patches on the front of Reardon's robes where the ice shards would have landed. The damage is split between them.
It's
only
not
lasts
as
1
good. It was 1, 2s, and 3s.
1, 2s, and 3s? What?
So it's 7 damage.
7 damage?
Across 4 dice. That's gross.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
That's
So
gross.
Bigwig, I will let you save independently, by the way, so you can roll your dexterity. But for the rest of them, I rolled really shittily with my dice. I'm going to say that essentially they take full damage from that. Which is not great.
Natural 20 plus 4.
Yeah, you take fuck all damage. You literally, like, you feel the breeze on your back and you're like...
It's like, ooh, cool.
I even look back to see behind me to see what happens, because cool guys don't look at explosions.
Cool guys don't look at it, yeah.
Cool guys don't look at chill explosions.
Hey, what's up?
That spell lasts 1 minute.
1 minute? Oh, okay, that's fine.
So it's nearly.
We'll say we get one more round of we'll get a full round of combat when that happens, and then it'll wear off. Is that fair with you?
Don't tell him that. Take it back.
I'm an honest player. You know.
That's really unfortunate for you.
Rogue, don't worry about
it. Give me 1 second because I have to just finish writing this down. So that's. Oh god, I really wish I was fucking great at math right now. Okay, cool. At this point, the acolytes and the taller acolyte in the back are essentially really fucking pissed off. I want you all to go ahead and roll initiative for me. I love having so many d20, it means I can roll them all together.
11.
11.
Legs 11.
Legs 11.
Plus the initiative.
Give me 1 second. What?
Initiative
Yes.
is, yeah, it's your dexterity plus your proficiency bonus.
Why is it so good?
Why?
So it's plus dexterity.
Oh, we plus our dex.
Yeah. It's plus your initiative, which I think is dex for you.
It's dex plus your proficiency.
Yeah, so you all have plus...
It's 2 plus 2.
You all have plus 2 proficiency.
Yeah.
Oh, so mine should be plus 6 then.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If it's dexterity plus my proficiency, that means I got 21.
Very fair.
No, yeah, I got 21 as well.
Oh.
We're rolling for like our order, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Dice roll then plus our proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
It's whatever you roll plus
Like,
your
It's
dexterity.
it's what you roll plus your dexterity plus your proficiency.
Oh, I didn't do that at all. I thought it was just a straight roll. So proficiency and dexterity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so my original one was 11. So proficiency.
Wait, you don't have to tell me just yet. I'm gonna go around. Has everyone rolled?
I have.
Then
I have
20 to 25.
Gulliver.
You.
Me.
Gulliver and Hugo. Is there an order you guys want to go in?
We roll at the same
I don't
time.
mind.
But I
Same time.
I don't mind either.
I will.
Go.
One of them rolled a 21 as well, so I'm gonna put him in the middle.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
So, I'm confused. Do we add our dice roll on top of this? So it's three sums of numbers.
No.
Yeah.
So, well, yes, you get your dice roll. What did you roll on your dice?
6
What's your dexterity modifier?
plus 3.
9 plus 2,
Oh, okay.
11.
I feel like you guys were saying dexterity plus your modifier.
Yeah, your dexterity mod.
Oh,
And I was like,
sorry. Yeah.
what?
Sorry, that's
Yeah,
my
okay.
bad.
It's in the 30s.
Okay, 15 to 20.
It's been a while.
Me.
How much?
6.
Yeah.
Okay, you 16. Did you say?
16 for me.
Okay, Beatrix,
It's 19.
are you sure about this? Because if you rolled a 6,
Sorry, I get confused.
is yours an 11 maybe?
No, I'm getting confused. Sorry, it's a 9. I'm trying to listen. Because
9 plus your proficiency, which is 2.
Okay.
So yours is. Hi,
Your
Suzanne.
mom walked in. Yeah.
Hi, Suzanne.
Okay. Okay, so there's
11, yeah.
you unfortunately a lot of these rolled high, and there's a lot of them.
Great. Excellent.
So what we're learning is like Hugo and then Gull go, and then all of them
Cool.
enemies go, and then everyone else gets their turns.
Big wig. Oh yeah, because okay, let's see. Okay, 10 to 15.
I got 15.
Okay, so that's grand. Go on, ask your question.
No, I was like, I was writing. I didn't know what number bracket we were doing. But you said it.
Yeah, that's fine. I know Sarah got 11. Bonnie, what did you get? Just so I can fill in the rest.
I got
Yeah,
9.
yeah, but plus your proficiency, isn't it?
A
do-
9. I got 6 plus 3.
Plus 2 for your proficiency.
Okay.
So it's your dexterity
every-
modifier and then add on your proficiency bonus as well.
Which is 2 at level 4 for all of you.
Yeah.
What did you get, Bonnie?
Hi, Suzanne.
You want me to roll as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're essentially just down a long corridor away from this fight, but you will have your own time to move.
I
So
got
she's
9.
alive, is
You
what
got
you're saying.
you got 9 total.
9. Yeah.
Awesome. That's
I
unfortunate.
don't know what a dexterity is of a corpse.
You'll find it soon.
Then. Okay, cool. I'm really sorry. I have to like try and keep in my head who's going where.
Stress. Don't say sorry about you figuring out fighting order.
Sorry about that.
There's literally.
I
I want to point out there's literally 21 people in this queue order because there's
oh my god.
20. There's 15 or there's 14 plus you 6.
Oh, this is going to be a long session.
Yeah, that's why I said like even with low health, this is going to take a while. Let me make sure. 2, 3.
We ain't
And everyone
sleeping, boys.
remember, you have a potion. You have a health potion.
Hey, fucking.
Everyone has one health potion.
You're not with them anymore, friend.
No, but this is just information for later.
Oh yeah.
For later.
Three, four.
For later. Tap it apart into you.
Boys.
Tap it apart into you, laddies.
Okay, I actually missed fucking one of them, so it's fine. One of them is just getting slotted in because I may have forgotten. Right.
Bottom.
Put him at the end. Just put him at the end.
Put him at the end. I did. Don't worry. That does mean there's 3 at the end in a row. Please kill them before they fucking spawn more.
I'm sorry, what?
Anyway, no, I'm kidding. First up in the initiative order is Reardon, who is going to take a step back, getting further behind his acolytes. None of you ever listened. You could have lived here, happy and free, but instead you must become one with us.
Oh,
And he's going to try and
oh.
hopefully control Gulliver. Gulliver, I need you to roll a wisdom save.
Oh god, okay. Which dice shall I use?
You-
Don't fail me now.
You're rolling against his charisma.
Okay. Wait, what's my wisdom? Let me check. It is 1. 17.
You feel this numbness kind of envelop the edges of your brain and kind of like the fingertips kind of crushing in on the edges. And as it gets tighter, it dissipates. The spell takes no effect.
Oh, hell yes, let's go.
I'm
No,
just
it's
watching
like,
Laura
fuck you.
don't listen.
Fuck you, motherfucker! This bullet is going straight between your eyes, bitch.
Taken aback by this, I'm kind of realizing the extent of what he'll have to do to keep a hold on everyone. He's just going to back up further, forming kind of like a wall around him. It is now Gulliver's go.
Damn pussy. No,
Damn.
Okay, so let's see. How far away are we?
I was saying this before session. Unfortunately, I never thought you'd actually fight here, so there's no grid markers here. But we're kind of going to go under the assumption that you're about 40 feet from Reardon himself, and you're about 30 feet from Bigwig on this screen.
Okay. Let's see. I am going to use this up again.
Mm-hmm.
You think? Actually, I probably won't be able. So I'm gonna try and hit one of the guys. I'm gonna use one grit shot
Okay.
to get a guy in front of Reardon.
Okay. What are you spending your grit point on?
I will do a violent shot.
Would you mind telling me what violent shot is?
Okay, violent shot.
I can probably.
When you make a firearm attack against a creature, you can expend 1 or more grit points to enhance the volatility of the attack. For each grit point expended, the attack gains a +2 to firearm's misfire score. If the attack hits, you can roll 1 additional weapons damage per grit point spent
Okay.
when determining the damage.
Sure. Now there is a selection around. Is there anyone in particular you'd like to hit? This one here is the one that was hit by Ice Knife. And that's the only difference between them, apart from this guy back here.
I'll hit the guy that was hit by Ice Knife.
Sure. Roll for damage. Roll for attack. How many grit points are you spending?
I'll use 1.
So, your critical failure chance, you have to roll above a 4.
A 4, okay. Is that strength?
No, it'd be
Oh,
dexterity.
Dexterity, okay, so that is...
Jesus, the music just got really fucking weird. Lovely.
So
Yeah,
30, 20.
100% hits.
Okay.
Roll a
So-
d6, 2d6 actually.
Isn't a pistol an 1d8?
No, the pistol you have is a palm pistol. It's 1d6,
Okay.
which is in line with everyone else's martial weapons, by the way. Not being unfair here.
7.
7
7
To-
points of damage.
total.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, a D6 can't roll a 7. You hit center mass, and whatever concoction of like guts and ice has like filled the cavity which once was their chest, kind of just opens, and a lot of that like residual fur keeping them together is starting to like fade away. They do kind of push themselves up again, but they are like continuously like whatever sort of like bodily structure they have is fading real quick.
Oh no.
Oh no. Is there anything you'd like to do
Because it's good for us. but-
in terms of movement?
I might move towards the tower.
This one? Yeah, okay. Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, around there.
Coming up next is the Acolyte to the left of Bigwig. The Acolytes at this point have revealed themselves fully to you. They are kept together with some form of both magic and sinew. But they may be fast, they may have a lot of numbers. They aren't exactly strong or large in health. From Bigwig, this cultist is going to... I know Kira has just... Oh, no, she's just there. Is going to run up and just start taking claw strikes at you. For this, they're going to make 2 attacks against you. Just straight unarmored attacks. But with claws, obviously. Like Arakocra have claw weapons. Sorry, I saw Chantel make a face when I said that, and I was like, oh no, I have to explain.
It's their toes. It's their toesies.
Kira does a 19 hit. The other one was an 8. Kira.
Sorry, I put Tom out, so I
Oh, that's
can
okay.
do that.
Does a 19 hit? You're being attacked, by the way.
Yes.
So the first strike kind of like almost like slaps Gulliver as he's running, and the second one, there's a small amount of claw that reaches your skin, and you take 3 points of damage. I can warn here, by the way. This is coming off in like 2 seconds. So, with that, our favorite druid, who's going to kill us all, Hugo, you're up.
So whereabouts? So okay, I'll start there.
You sound like Patrick when he was ordering the Krabby Patty.
Yeah.
But I will.
You will.
Oh no, it's a minute time to cast. Fuck.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh no, it's a minute to cast as well. God fucking damn it.
I'm so glad you were prepared. Continue.
I know. I don't know what to do. I'll go to what I do. Oh, I have an idea. Okay.
You all think I'm mad when I text the group chat the night previous and I'm like, have a plan ready.
I know. Stop! I'm panicking. I'm completely blanked. I'm gonna cast
Don't worry, bud.
in the center. So I know that it's like a big. This spell is gonna be a big range. So I'm gonna angle it so that I miss Bigwig.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam, 2nd level spell. I
Uh,
know that it does damage, but I don't know how much.
okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Shines down a 5-foot radius, 40-foot cylinder. Jesus Christ.
Yes, it's a massive thing.
Where are you aiming it?
I'm gonna aim it kind of so that, in a way though, so that the arc it hits most of the acolytes, but like it's gonna be the radius will be outside of where with the so that I miss Bigwig. And I can cast the range of it is 120 feet, so I can cast it past them.
Okay.
So that the range doesn't hit Bigwig.
I know one of these. I know one of these it has something that I can check space with.
It's a concentration spell for up to. It lasts for 1 minute.
We're gonna
Casting time is 1 action then. So.
we're gonna use this for a second.
Okay.
We want to delete this one. Give me 1 second.
Sorry about this.
Oh, that's okay. I didn't know you actually had Moonbeam. Oh, motherfuck.
Oh no!
Let's rewind time there.
Okay, I sent a screenshot in earlier in case you were like, where do people go?
Oh, that's fine. You know what? We're just gonna move the backgammon pieces that I'm using up here. Okay, so you're gonna. I assume you want it somewhere over here, right?
Yeah. It's a big boy. Here comes the boy.
So
Hey, it's Oreo!
I want to say that if you want to,
Where's the giant Mansley?
you can either hit all of them, but it would include Bigwig, or you could miss one of them and it wouldn't include Bigwig.
As tempting as it would be, I'm gonna miss the Acolyte, so I don't hit Bigwig for once.
Okay.
So I don't hit a character for once.
Look at this. He's learning, boys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Getting beta.
I don't know why this is being so weird. Silvery beam, 5-foot radius.
Until the spell ends, dim light fills the cylinder. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn in there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames and causes searing pain. And it must make a Constitution saving throw, and it takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save, half on a success. Is big. Oh, it's a big boy.
Ooh, hang on a second,
A
Kevin.
shape changer makes.
Yeah.
Did I learn something?
Yeah. Why'd y'all do this like turn 1 of every session? I'm like, I have a cool reveal for later, and everyone's like, spell.
I'm going to ruin it.
Oh, fucking. On each of your turns after this cast, you can use an action to move the beam 60 feet in any direction. Okay.
Oh, let's go.
Now, this only occurs when a creature takes a move. So none of this will.
Starts its turn
Yeah,
in-
that's what I mean. Like, when they start their turn. So nothing will happen until something happens.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it just looks like I just casted like Encore.
Even with that amount of light, this not holy light, but very much a form of sacred light, taking over the forms of the acolytes, as well as the larger acolyte and Reardon himself. You can see that their forms are more incorporeal than they appear naturally. Off the bat, Kevin, or Hugo, I want you to roll a d6 as the larger acolyte kind of like unfurls the back of his shoulders and a pair of like leathery wings spread out of the back. The features of like a very hair-filled, sullen face, no features rabbit form falls off, revealing a long angular face with pointed sides, 2 large horns gripping the back of his head, and a pair of flaming red eyes.
I rolled a 2 on that d6.
Yeah, he takes 2 damage.
Oh wow. Wait. Oh.
So
What was that damage for?
you essentially cast something fucking radiant on him.
Oh.
He was shapeshifted, and while everyone else is non-fiendish, as a fiend, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is probably a little bit stingy for him.
Ah,
was the
they're
next
vampires,
spell that
guys.
you
They're
cast?
vampires.
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
What's the level?
Thank you.
A moonbeam, yeah. 2nd level spell.
Even if not, this is all fun and games, you know.
Yeah.
Next, it will be the acolyte's turn that has gotten shot in the stomach with ice knife, being shot in the middle of his chest, and as he starts his go, this ghostly flame erupts around his ankles, singeing the fur up to his knees. and any form of magical sinew that kept him together has dissipated, falling into a pile of bones, guts, and fur. He had 1 health point left.
Oh, okay.
No matter what you roll was going to kill him. You got so close, and I was like, I have to give it to him.
It was a 2, so I mean, fuck.
So yeah, that is your first acolyte down.
I don't ask that wee lassie.
Pog.
Pog.
Moving over.
I'll go instead of Hugo.
Laura.
Much like the yeah, this is the first time y'all are seeing this. Much like the incubi found outside, the 2 larger acolytes have spread their wings now at this point after the few minutes or few seconds that Reardon has left you in here, along with 2 of his most high-ranking acolytes and a regular acolyte. The incubi will move in. Instead of the saunter of the acolytes you've seen move around the tower before, with 1 powerful flap of his wings, he is able to move directly on top of you, and using a clawed hand is going to just throw his body weight behind. I have to get out dice feck. And we pray, and we pray. Does a 15 hit?
Wait, what am I looking at? My
AC, armor class.
Your armor.
oh yes. My armor class is 15.
You take 6 points of damage as the claws rip across the start of your nice kind of well put together jacket. These claws rip through it and burn the edges of the fabric as it kind of leaves a trail.
It's a good thing I have my sewing kit with me.
How much?
This 6. The incubi backs up, kind of spreading his wings to full potential and giving kind of a gruff.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Oh. Oh.
Fuck off, mate.
The acolyte following suit is going to make. They did roll back to back. Is going to make 2 unarmored attacks against you as well.
Okay.
And these are going to be
Let's go.
12 and 13.
Neither of those hit.
Again, trying to follow up this massive fiend that is just growing in both power and stature ahead of you. This small put together amalgamation of corpses is going to come up and just try and hit you, but compared to this strike that you've just suffered from the incubi, it doesn't even register.
Bonnie does the whole Neo thing where it's just
Hey.
Coming back over, it is going to be the acolyte directly behind. By the way, I will get confused, so if someone calls me out in which order I'm going in acolytes, just correct me, because they're all fucking the same to me.
I'm taking notes, don't worry. I'll let you know.
Thank you. He takes damage from Moonbeam.
Hey. So will I roll that?
Yes. 2d10. Wait, sorry. Constitution saving from this.
Yes.
So I have to beat your spell DC, which is 8 plus your proficiency plus your spellcasting modifier, which is intelligence.
14.
14. So I just have to beat a DC. Oh,
Roll
sorry.
higher than a 14 or higher.
He rolls a 2, so he takes 2d10 damage.
Which is 9, because 1 and an 8.
Jesus.
That's-
Okay.
Hey.
It's funny, as this kind of moonbeam does take effect on them as they go turn after turn, much like in the way the other one started from the feet up, where the burns from the last acolyte stopped, they start on this one. From the knees to the mid-thigh, and he kind of starts patting himself down, unable to let out any form of screech due to his mouth being essentially stapled shut, or sewn shut. but it looks like they're connected somewhere. Anyway, he's going to move the approximate 30 feet because he has seen you cast this, and he's going to in front of you try and
Okay.
use that jaw to kind of pull down and open in to the gaping maw of teeth and darkness inside, and he's going to attempt to bite you.
Shit.
She does a 9 hit.
I don't think
It
so.
100%
No.
won't. Yours is like a 12 or 13.
13. Yeah.
13, yeah. He can get his jaw halfway open and goes for the bite, but there's not enough space to actually gain any sort of purchase on any sort of cloth armor or even just skin that you're showing. He kind of looks up and this small amount of jaw that is still left together kind of oozes black smoke as it stares up at you. The star of the show for today. Bigwig, it is your turn. Your brain has this kind of loose feeling of fear towards Reardon and anger towards your party.
Oh.
From the books you've read just recently, you realize that what the kind of voices in your head are telling you that Reardon can be a lot more powerful of an ally than any of these backwater farmers could be.
Golf. He doesn't know our lives.
Fucking
Look at
damn.
him.
Guys, please, I said nothing, guys!
Fucking state of it. Like,
It's Reardon, not me!
Oh, shank him.
You were the one that set fire to that one tower. None of us
I'm
did.
gonna shank a bitch.
No, the others just collapsed the other one. Jojo and Hugo collapsed the other tower, and I set the other one on fire.
Well, the other one
I didn't know.
collapsed because of you, but anyway, let's continue on. Let's not get into semantics of architecture.
Bigwig's just kind of gonna look up and directly fire at the person directly in front of him.
You have a straight shot at either Beatrix or Jojo.
Beatrix.
How dare.
And are you just throwing your axes?
No.
you said
I'm
that with such
using-
conviction as well. You just went Beatrix. There wasn't even
I- Are you running over to them?
Using Fireball.
He does this.
Oh, oh, sorry. Apologies. Sorry.
It's a cantrip, it's not a spell. Not a proper spell. It's a cantrip.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Roll for attack.
What spell was it?
Fireball.
Fire! No!
What?
Fuck?
15. Just straight 15.
Beatrix. Plus your casting DC for you, I think, is intelligence.
Oh, so add in my intelligence. Okay, then it doesn't matter.
No intelligence.
No, not really.
Beatrix, does that hit?
Yeah, my armor class is 14.
Roll for damage.
Fuck, which one?
No, not you. Not you. You are taking damage. From your party member.
Back to my spell thing. What is it? That is the wrong one I'm looking at. So it's a 1d10.
Plus.
Where is
Is it plus anything?
that? It's fire damage. Yeah. Any flammable objects will get ignited if they're worn or carried. So, where's my d10? There it is. That is a 9.
Like, if I can't have that cake knife, no one can.
I
No
have
one-
that cake knife. We both have a cake knife.
Yeah, one of them works.
We'll see which one works.
How many health points are you down to, Beatrix?
17.
Oh, lovely, perfect.
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, we healed last round though.
HP.
Yeah, she just took 9 points of damage.
Kevin, I'm
Yeah.
on 26.
Oh.
Baby.
What else do you want to do during your turn? You do still have, obviously, whatever you can do.
I'm gonna move 30 feet closer.
You can get about there.
Grant.
This like
Don't talk shit to Hugo anymore.
the lumbering form of Bigwig like fires off this firebolt, catching Beatrix in the middle of the chest, kind of sending her stumbling back, and like not saunters, not walks over, but kind of just stomps over, looming over the rest of you. You can see that his eyes are pitch black. There's nothing behind them. No pupils, no whites, nothing.
Did you say I was struck in the chest?
Yes? Is that okay?
Does it scar?
Well, no.
Not yet.
No, nothing up until death will scar you, don't worry.
Okay.
Unless I say so. Following
That's ominous.
his attack, Jojo. With Beatrix on deck and about 4 people.
Okay, how close is Bigwig?
10 feet. Like, literally right in front of you.
Okay, Jojo sees that his eyes are pitch black.
Okay.
Joe looks at his friend and goes, What's going on? No! And then just runs up and starts beating the shit out of Bigwig because he just wants to get out of it.
I love
Like
this.
flurry blows him.
You don't know what I'm gonna do.
Hit the kick his shit. Kick his shit.
Kian,
Hey.
can I use my new trick?
Sure.
The power resistance, the skull or head.
Friendship.
Powered resonance. Are you going for skull or head?
Skull or head.
Sure. You will have to make an attack roll for that, and that is, we'll see where that goes.
Did you want a heart rate update?
Yeah.
115.
Lovely. So roll for attack, an armored attack, so it's a roll plus your strength. Oh, please tell me it was a 20. Oh, Bigwig, you're about to get like a majorly fucked here because something is about to happen with that key point spender.
Hey, big
Three damage.
spender. Hey, big spender.
I want you to roll for attack with your fist, which I think is 1d6 plus something.
Go.
Like unarmored strike, yeah. That's
Yeah, it's 1d6. Oh, sorry, go on.
It's 1d4 plus 4. Stick is
1d4 plus, sorry, yeah. 1d4 plus 4. And then you double, so you roll 2d4 plus 4.
2d4. A 4 and a 3. Oh my god, I'm doing so good.
4 and a 3 is 7, plus 4 is 11 points of damage, Bigwig.
Oh, yo.
That's revenge.
Damage.
Revenge is sweet.
Chantel, can you roll a d4 for me?
Yeah.
So, this is going to be fun. 2?
2. Fuck. Okay.
As you kind of punch once, you follow it up with this second punch directly into the side of Bigwig's temple, kind of clearing the blackness behind his eyes momentarily. Powered resonance used on an enemy will confuse them into fighting for you. Bigwig has been confused into fighting for you for 2 rounds. Anything that Jojo attacks, or those who
So funny.
Jojo deems an enemy, you will now attack.
Okay.
Oh,
Fuck! Yes!
when your teammate makes you fight with them.
You just slap Bigwig silly, essentially. That's it.
Yeah. How many key points was that again? I forget.
That was just 1 key point for that.
Okay.
Taking direct damage, though, Bigwig, I also want you to roll a wisdom save, please.
Wisdom? Yeah. Add anything?
Whatever your wisdom modifier is.
It's a +1, so 2. I got a natural 1.
How'd you do this twice in a row? This is the last. What happened? This is why you're feckin'. You got the natural 1 minus 1.
So
Yeah.
you eventually got me unconfused, and now I'm confused again.
No. The spell.
To see if you got kicked out and knocked out of the control.
Yeah. Thanks, DM. But yes. Yeah, you are still under the effects of charm.
So wait, what happened? So am I not affected by JoJo now?
No, you are affected by JoJo, but you are still also affected by Reardon's charm. But
Okay.
Chantel's takes precedence because it was spent directly on top of you.
Okay.
Which is fucking weird. JoJo, is there anything else you'd like to do?
He would like to. Well, I'm moving next to him, so however, like I think I'm right next to Hugo.
You're here.
Hugo and the other follower fucker.
Yeah, you can move 5 feet in between Beatrix, Hugo, Bigwig, and the follower.
Yeah, that's like I think I would have moved before, but
Okay, that's fine. Do you want to move anywhere else?
I think I'd like to. Can I strive like Bigwig's range to be like.
You are currently, with that movement that you said you've done, you are now in melee range of the Acolyte, and there you will get an attack of opportunity if you leave it.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I can get in between to go to the other side, but it's okay.
You are a small creature, and they are friendly, so I'm assuming that you could push past Beatrix. Or Bigwig.
I'll just stay there. It's
Okay.
I'll stay where I am. I'm staying next to my friends.
Sure.
I'll ask him to play next time.
Get your dad in for a one shot.
Oh hell yeah!
The incubi beside Reardon it's his go next. Oh shit.
This is the turn after JoJo's, yeah?
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to make sure I had my voice on. It is with the weird voice, right? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
This isn't what we discussed, Ranvan. This sort of fighting shouldn't happen. Call them now, or I'll be forced to contact him far earlier than you could have ever expected. And he is going to go 30 feet towards the center of the altar.
Uh-oh.
It is now a different incubus's go. This one. Who, much like the other, is going to move the 15 feet to get closer to Bonnie and attempt to grapple Bonnie.
Confused. What is happening? Did I miss something?
No, we just moved on to your one now.
We have to go between the two because both are still in active play. Until so this is a different map, different incubus. There's 3 of them.
Okay, I didn't know it because I cut out there for a second, so I didn't really hear what was going on.
Oh, that's okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, it was JoJo's go, then the follower number 6, which is demon in the courtyard, moving towards the center, and then now follower 7, which is the demon with you. So second demon.
Keen, can I just ask a quick
That's
question?
it.
Okay.
You said
Yeah.
he moved towards the center, but like what was he standing on? Was it an altar, did you say?
He's moving towards the altar in the center.
Altar, okay. Got
Sorry, I know because this was the altar that was kind of like prevalent last session. It's basically just like the middle of the courtyard.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There. So this demon is going to attempt to grapple you, Bonnie.
Okay.
So it is going to be, and Kevin's going to correct me when I'm wrong about this. It's an attack roll against strength? Or is it a strength roll against strength?
When it's grapple,
Yeah.
it's a contested strength roll.
Chantel?
I thought it was like Dex versus Strength because like Dex to get out of the way and Strength to
It's
actually.
it's basically to get out of a grapple. It's to out muscle
Strength.
the person. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
That makes sense.
Now I know the rules, so I'm going to make up my own one. Because fuck it. Bonnie, it is up to you whether you want to try and slip out of it, or you want to try and break it through strength.
Slip out.
Okay?
Granny can't.
You have to beat a 19.
Yeah, I won't beat that.
I'm so sorry.
Wait, do I have to roll anything for that?
Yeah, you have to roll a d20 plus your dex.
Oh, okay. Okay, come on. Come on. Nope. 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 Nope.
These
Fail.
incubi.
I had 3 plans, and I can't do any of them now.
I'm so you rolled so poorly for initiative. I'm so sorry.
I know.
These leathery wings spread out around you, and there's 2 little pointed thorns almost at the end of each one of them, and they wrap around and kind of attach themselves to each shoulder and pulls you kind of taut in. With the remaining 25 feet, he's going to start moving both of you. So, oh, fuck me. Which window am I in? Okay, now I'm in the game. So both of you are going to be moving.
Both of us.
Yeah. Which is going to be half his movement speed, which is going to just be 10 feet. Which is going to essentially be about halfway up the corridor, back towards the altar in the center, or not the altar, back towards the courtyard. Bonnie's the only one who has any geographical location about where any of this shit is, but don't worry, it's fine. And with that, he's just going to end there. There's 2 acolytes, and they are just going to take their, like, movement here.
Wait. When I'm being
Yeah.
grappled,
Yeah,
could I shout out
sure. You can have a reaction to it.
to the person in the room?
Oh, yes. You know what?
See if they're awake?
I will allow that. Are you trying to get their attention?
Yeah.
Roll a performance check. I'm gonna see how loud you.
Natural 20.
Oh, you're fucking me.
Natural 20. Yes. It plus
A natural 20 wins. Don't worry, pal.
Okay.
Screaming out.
Special already?
All-
Bonnie will just she will, after being stabbed, kind of, like, be winded, and will just, like, her hat will fall from her head. Looking down at blood kind of oozing the wounds that she stained, just take in a deep breath, just shout out, "Get up, Goldie, get up!"
Finding the kind of, how to say it,
What?
natural resonance of the room, you're able to kind of ear-piercingly wake him up. He isn't fully, like with the rest of you, he's not fully conscious almost. He is just trying to, like, literally, like, sit up from his restraints. But, and rolling initiative for him now.
Yes.
God, he rolls fucking, which is best for him. Goldie joins the fight.
Let's go. We were angry at him.
But yeah, thank you very much, Laura.
Yeah.
As I said, there was 2, and if Chantel and Sarah are taking down, there are these 2 here that have taken their movement to try and move closer towards the fight.
Okay, so they'd be 13 and 14, right?
Fall 8 and 9.
8 and 9.
It
No.
Fall 8 to 9. But
They'd be 5 and
13,
6.
14, yeah. See, I'm listing as follows. So you are right, Sarah, with the order, like, number, number, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I know what you mean, but I'm demon and regular occultist fuckers are numbered as well, but I have just next to them demon in my notes, so.
Oh, Kevin. Yes, hey.
Are you okay?
Yeah, so I just remembered something. Kevin, roll damage for the incubi who would have taken his go in the middle of the moonlight.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, I just thought about this. I was like, did I move him?
By the way.
Damn it.
It's about 7 p.m. It's still quite bright out.
Okay.
How much damage?
I got 4. I'm rolling terribly with these d10s. 3. That's That's
Awesome.
for sure.
Well, don't worry. You're lucky he was the weakest one.
Hey.
Right. Beatrix and Bonnie, be on deck with what you're doing.
Okay.
Okay. This is gonna take up a turn. But I'm going to put on my. I think they're called fear gloves.
Yeah, the gloves you found off the Myconids.
They spelled like fear, as in like scared.
Yes.
Okay, fear gloves. Okay. So yeah, I'm putting on the fear gloves, and I don't think I can do anything else in the meantime.
We'll say with the heat of the battle and everything that's going on, we'll say that you can put them on as a bonus action.
Okay. Does that mean I can attack?
It means you still have an action.
Hmm.
Just instantly starts just like punching Bigwig. Just even though Bigwig's like still fighting with you, just like, no, I'm taking this out now.
You know that he's on our
So
side
you know
now,
what-
so.
You see the way there's an acolyte in front of Jojo? Yeah, Jojo, Hugo, and Bigwig.
This one.
Can I literally just like essentially run past like Jojo and Bigwig and literally just like make one slashing motion toward the acolyte?
What are you using to do the slashing?
Hold on. I'd probably be using my short sword, so that's a 1d6
Okay.
piercing, and then I have a +1 damage.
Sure.
Hey.
Do you want to like, you can choose to come here where essentially I'll lay this out a bit more like what it would be on a regular board.
Mm-hmm.
So you were essentially here, so you can move 5 feet and get 5 feet diagonal. And because he's surrounded, you would also get advantage, wouldn't you? Oh no, because that would be a sneak attack, never mind.
Yeah.
God, I forget how rogues work. Chantal?
Flanking, you get sneak attack, isn't it?
It's yeah, I think it's either hidden or something like that.
Or flanking, yeah? Which would be...
I think it is. Let me double check.
During your turn, you can perform a melee attack, and the enemy cannot make opportunity attacks against you for the rest of your turn. Or you can give yourself bonus action. You don't need an advantage attack roll to sneak attack an enemy within 5 feet. Okay, then I might as well sneak attack.
Give me 1 second.
I think you said it was over 5 feet.
Once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6 damage.
On top of this?
Yeah.
Okay, so I already have a +1 d6 damage, I think, because it was like a proficiency or something. It's some sort of...
Yeah.
So, +1.
Okay, so yeah, roll
You
two...
don't need advantage on the attack if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet.
Yeah.
And the enemy...
Flanked. Yeah, I just got that. So roll 2d6 plus 1.
Do I need to roll a d20?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, no, I was working out the damage.
Okay, so I got a 13.
Okay.
D6.
13, wait. 13 plus what? Because you have to have something for the...
Is it plus dexterity, do you think?
Probably.
Okay, then it's, that's +3, so 16.
Yeah, 100%. It's armor class is 12.
Yeah. So 2d6s, yeah?
2d6 plus 1.
+2. I already have a bonus, and then you said +1.
No. So your sword is 1d6 plus 1, and then you get an extra d6.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So it's 2d6 plus 1.
I picked up my dice while I was talking to you, and I didn't look at my
You can re-roll.
Okay, I'm gonna reroll. Okay. Okay, I got 1 and a 4.
1 and a 4 is 5, if my math serves me correctly.
Yes.
No.
Sorry, I was getting to tea. You, like, between everyone who's just standing around this now vaguely scared-looking acolyte, you kind of just, like, shimmy your way in and, like, stretch out, and with the sword, like, pierce its ribs and pull back. Your sword, from the, like, small amount that went in and, like, all the way down, is this black, almost, like, tar-like substance that is starting to run down the, like, blade of your sword. He looks very hurt, even from the small amount of damage. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. You said I stabbed him in the ribs?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he looking? How's he looking?
He's looking fairly hurt, even from a small amount of damage.
Okay.
This is possibly because he may be one of the newer acolytes to join in, and is therefore has less of a build-up of this like magical sinew that you've seen on the others.
Sorry. Does he get bullied by the other acolytes because he's
To be fair, he is like the smallest. He's the smallest like mouth from where he tried to like pull down his jaw from his face. So there's a small little mouth. He'd probably get bullied, to be honest. It is now the acolyte's turn. The acolyte, one of the 17. Kevin, I need you to roll for damage.
Hey.
Yay.
Oh, that's much better. Okay, so that's an 8 and a 7, which is 15.
Oof.
15 damage.
This acolyte, the one over here, begins to start running towards Gulliver after seeing Gulliver essentially shoot one of his cultists. And as he leaves the edge of the moonlight, the fur on the start of his chest begins to burn outwards, and almost in sync with his fur burning off, the internal skeleton of him kind of falls and smacks against the floor, almost into granulated dust as his bones roll towards you.
Oh, fuck.
Thank you, Hugo.
Damn.
Looking around at the rest of the acolytes, there is a small patch of darkened, almost blistered fur on their chest beginning to sprout out. The damage that they're sustaining is being sustained amongst a group of them. And they look like they're getting worse for wear every time you murder one of them. It is now Bonnie's go.
Yay.
I will ask you for a kind of reaction and a start to this to roll for strength or dexterity, your choice, to try and
Dexterity.
slip out of the incubus's grasp.
When you're grappled,
Yeah.
you can't cast anything, can you?
You can't, but
Okay.
with this,
That's an action, isn't it?
you can cast anything that requires verbal, but nothing that.
Yeah.
If you can break out, or if you can break out, it doesn't matter. But if you can't break out,
Yeah.
I'll say you can use all your movement speed to kind of like take some amount of damage and break out of this naturally. So this is a reaction to everything. First off,
Where is he bringing me?
you don't know. Oh well, like directional wise, back up the stairs from where you came with Reardon earlier.
From whence you came.
Okay. That is a fail again.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You can cast anything that doesn't require hand movement. You can't physically attack, or you could take damage and use your entire movement speed to break out. They're your options. If you break out, you're allowed cast and attack normally.
I cast.
I just realized the music stopped playing a little while ago.
Oh.
Mr.
We're
Davis.
so invested.
Yeah.
Would I be
Don't know.
Sure.
So in terms of the order, it was Jojo, then an acolyte near Bonnie.
No, it was Jojo, the two incubi, 2 acolytes, and then you.
Yeah, well, I'm just calling them acolytes on my notes.
Okay, then 4 acolytes.
Between Jojo and
You.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feck, this
I'll
order
send
is
you.
correct.
I'll just send a picture into the chat of what I have so
Thank
far.
you.
No bother.
Thank you.
I was gonna wait until we got back to the top of the thing, but I'll just send one now and one again.
Could I cast inflict wounds? On
Sure.
This guy?
I'm sure you can.
Great shout.
Yeah, because it's like range is a touch, and I'm technically touching him. So
100%.
So he has 2.
Yes, if on hit, you just have to make an attack roll, I think.
Okay, so 3d10.
No. You have to roll a d20 and add your intelligence. Is it intelligence, Kevin?
Or wisdom.
It's your skill it's your spell modifier.
So my wisdom.
I asked.
Plus.
Then it's wisdom plus proficiency.
That's good.
No, sorry, just be wisdom.
17 plus.
That hits. Don't worry.
Okay.
By the way, Chantel, don't feel disheartened. I asked you about most skill checks. I asked Kevin about anything that he would have read in the fucking manual last night.
Yeah.
So I
Don't
roll
worry.
3d10.
3d10.
I always get confused as to which ones are the d10. It's these ones. Yeah.
The one with 10 sides.
Yeah.
Ian, they're dyslexic. You can't just
Oh, yeah.
the one with 10 sides.
That's very
Oh,
good.
I thought it was funny, okay?
That's very good. Okay, we got
What does
25.
dyslexia have to do with?
There's new
You-
dyslexia, Kevin.
Ah.
There is actually. It's not called dyslexia though, is it? Dyscalculia?
Dyspraxia.
No, dyspraxia is movement. I thought it used to be dyspraxia. It's dyscalculia.
It's dyscalculia. Yeah.
Fucking look at me. I remember.
Dyscalculus? Wow.
Anyway, struggling to like move in this demon's wings, you kind of like just press your hands against his ribcage and cast inflict wounds. Immediately, his like with this kind of burning sensation, the wings like flap around you, throwing you the far side of the hall. So there's like it's a 10-foot hall, and he just throws you against that wall, as like your two handprints have been left like with searing marks into his guts. He's like gasping for breath, trying to not like gurgle up whatever like fluid is trying to like make its way up his windpipe, and like just with seething rage just staring at you. You hit him so fucking hard, man.
Bonnie's just gonna look down at her jacket and be like, "You ruined my good jacket," and just clips it open and swings it open, and her ears go up, and she is
I'm
just.
so fucking scared of you
Her
people.
Sunday best.
Her Sunday.
That's my mom.
With that, with breaking it that way, you do. I will say you probably have about half movement now.
Me.
Yeah.
So he's blocking.
You two are on either sides of a hallway that's 15 feet from the altar underground and 15 feet from the altar above ground.
I want to see if I try and get past him. He's obviously going to get like an attack of
Opportunity. Yeah.
But I will do that because I want to go help Goldie.
Okay. He will get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Her stance will kind of change from like old lady to like.
What? He does get a strike at you.
Yeah.
And it is a 19, and I assume that hits.
Yeah. That does.
And you will be taking 7 damage.
Okay. Okay. We're still okay.
With that, you can get. I'll say you can get to the edge of the room where you can kind of see what's happening. It is now the acolytes over here. The last 3. Now, before they even move, Kevin, I need you to roll damage for them prematurely, because I'm not rolling what they're going to do, and if I'm just going to get actually they're dead in 5 seconds. So roll damage for the first one, and we'll go from there.
3.
3?
I put up 2 fingers. Why did I put up?
You're not even on camera.
3. I know.
There's layers to how weird that was. He survives. This is one of the ones that has a lot more fur, and you would recognize this is more akin to owl folk in stature and shape than would be the regular rabbits, showing that there's wide diversity in Reardon's zombies.
That's good.
That's good. Equal opportunity employer.
We have a person with him as well.
Evil, but he's not racist.
He's doing
I mean, that's a plus.
he's doing slightly better than that one guard in Doomcar.
But at least he's not racist.
And he's going to try and seeing what the other did, kind of mirroring what the rabbit folk did to Kevin, to Hugo, sorry, is going to run up and try and dig his beak into you.
Consent, please.
Does a 19 hit?
Me?
Yes. Yes, Hugo.
Oh, yes, it does. It does hit.
You take 5 damage as this tiny little owl folk covered in feathers and down with no discernible features kind of uses the blunt end of his outcropping on his face to just kind of like harshly poke you in the side. It almost feels like breaking a rib at this point, but you'd hope that there's not that much internal damage.
Oh, that feels... Oof.
I'm sorry? What was that, Kevin?
Don't worry about it.
Big oof. It's a big oof.
Man gets something dull poked into him and he's like, I feel internal damage. Anyway,
Sorry, what kind of damage did that acolyte do?
that is literally like blunt damage.
No, but like, what did it do? Did it like? Hit
Oh, 5 damage? Oh no, it hit him in the like sides.
Okay. Thank you.
Owie.
Owie. Kevin, can you roll damage for the second acolyte?
Yes.
There are now
7 damage.
ooh. You're gonna feeling this kind of like burst of energy kind of around his sides and feeling the like flames rise higher. This zombified rabbit folk is going to try and he is too far away from anyone to fight, but he is going to try and move out of this damaging aura that he sees, and he's going to come up and join as closely as possibly can. And the last one, Kevin?
Oh. That is a 9.
Wait, hang on a second. Yeah. I'll explain how it. This one, trying to run after his friend, is just obliterated by ghostly white flames as he leaves the aura.
Hell yes.
And that is a third acolyte down.
How many are left?
There are 7 left.
7. And then are the 2 incubi still alive?
The 3 incubi are still alive.
3. Okay.
1 up top, 3 down, or 2 down below.
So there's 2 with me?
There's 2 with you. 1 in the room, 1 to your side. Speaking of the room, Goldie, waking up to your scream and seeing you run back down towards him, is going to, in his best attempt, try to struggle and break out of the bonds that keep him tied down.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, I'll allow an 18. I think that's probably good enough to get it past fucking thread. He wasn't restrained by a lot because he was kept unconscious for a reason. He is able to, like, pull, and like everything you've seen in this tower, a lot of the equipment and everything is quite old. He pulls, snapping some of the rope off, and with his free hand, burning the rest of the rope with just a little bit of touch, and freeing his legs in the same fashion. He is able to get up and move his full range, which is 15 feet, and use the remaining time to kind of give you like a little nod of appreciation and draw a small short sword from his belt. That is 1 round of combat done, and we're going to take a break.
Oh my god.
Part 2, second round of combat. Kevin, I need you to roll, because it's starting with Reardon, I need you to roll for damage against Reardon.
I love that.
5 damage.
I love it.
Zombie.
What is this?
You can't see it.
Tilt your phone sideways, like the other way. What is
What's
it?
the thing I just sent you on Twitter?
Oh, it's like a little duck. I love it.
It's a cute duck looking in the glass.
So what damage, Kevin?
It's 5 damage.
From 2d10.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm rolling
All the
bad.
small ones, you're just like, I instantly kill them. When it comes to the big bad, you're like, he does it. He gets a tickle.
You know what? He gets a kiss. A little kissy.
Yeah, a little kiss. A kiss.
So as Reardon goes to move, one of the incubi has walked past. He's seen a lot of his acolytes turn to ash in front of him, and he looks up towards the moonlight, and you can see the small like cinders form on his cheeks as underneath the face of a well put together rabbit man is this decaying husk. And as the cinders burn away some of the like reluctant hair in his face, you can see the small piece of sinew keeping his jaw tightly like attached to his skull. Going down towards his neck, you can even see like the small amounts of like collarbone stick through his shirt, even though you would once seen pure flesh and hair. I feel weird calling it hair because he's rabbit folk and stuff.
Is he turned into an incubi? Just to be like.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Flesh. I should say flesh and feathers, by the way, not flesh and hair. But you know, it's.
I was so disappointed by that I wasn't an incubator.
They're gonna kill you in a second.
All she says is "and."
He's going to clap his hands and swap positions with this acolyte here in front of Bigwig. Kevin, can you roll damage? Because the other one's going to take damage from going back into it. Do that in a second.
Yay!
I'll roll them now and I'll tell you when you ask.
He's going to look at Gulliver, extend a hand out, and with a small amount of like blue energy filling his palm, close it, crushing whatever form of almost physical magic was in his hands. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
They just really want Gulliver. Oh my god. Like, get
Why
over
do you love
yourself.
Gulliver so much?
You
He had a
can't
whole
hate
moment.
Just
You
because
can't
someone
hate
says
him.
Gulliver doesn't mean they're gullible.
What damage, Kevin?
16 damage.
Jesus.
more like it.
Sure.
After transporting, like being transported in, the moonlight hits and just like singes all form of the like flesh off his body. As the bones sit in the moonlight, they also start to crisp up and leave this horrendous kind of crackling sound floating through the air.
Bones dance in the moonlight.
Kira, what was your roll? 4?
Yeah. My thigh broke free from it.
Yeah, you didn't break fully free from because you haven't been properly hit, and you haven't broken free from his lesser charm.
But I have been hit.
Not by the first one.
Like,
He missed both times.
what do you mean by hit? Like actually attacked by somebody?
No, you haven't taken damage yet.
He has.
I have taken damage.
He
No.
has a pod for 3 damage.
I took 3 damage.
Oh, you're alright.
Yeah, we are.
I am trying to balance combat of like 2 dozen people.
Don't stress. We're
In
here
this,
to help.
like,
Your own.
Yeah,
Like-
it's right.
Gulliver was one of the first people.
Okay, you are right. You are right. You are right.
Yeah.
Um,
Just to let you know it was follower 1 near Big Wig's go to attack, claws at Gulliver for 19 to hit.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
Perfect. So follower 1 is dead.
In that case, then, yeah. I think the only thing he can do at that point is probably just, well, shit. Nothing. Shit. Okay.
Don't.
He's enjoying his time in the middle of the entire group. Gulliver, it is your go.
Hug time.
I cross out the and that I put in my notes.
Yeah, same.
I'm going to fire a normal shot at the guy in front of me. And
This
then
one?
I
Okay.
want to use yes. And then I want to use action surge, which I get another action
Mm-hmm.
to fire another shot at Royden.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So can I use 2 guns for this?
Yeah, but you would actually have to reload because you already have taken a shot.
Okay. So is
You-
that an action or like a bonus?
That would be an action until later levels. You don't get reloading as a bonus action.
Okay, so then okay.
For sake of story, you can use the bonus action to reload.
Okay. If that's okay.
Sure.
Okay.
So you're going to need to make 2 attack rolls. One against the Acolyte in front of you and one against Reardon.
Okay, yeah. Oh, neither of those hit.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I got 7 and 10.
Neither do hit. You are right.
You can put 2 plus 2 more to Gulliver's miss shots counter.
No, these I'm only counting misfires.
They're not critical. Like
Yeah.
1s and 2s. So
Yeah.
They work as guns should. I love.
You do still have 30 feet of movement, but that's all you'll have.
I can't really move because then the guy gets attack of opportunity on me.
He does.
So I won't move.
Okay. So that does bring it back to the Acolyte. That is directly in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to be 2 unarmored strikes. That is a 4 and a 7. I'm fairly confident they both don't hit.
Yeah, neither of them hit.
Now there's going to be Hugo.
Okay. So do you know if Wild Shape interrupts concentration?
Yes.
Do I lose concentration if?
Because you'd have to cast a spell. You would lose concentration.
Okay.
By the way, from the start of this round, Reardon would have lost deafness. By the way, Bonnie.
Yeah.
Cool. I am going to. Oh Lord, I see. Do I see Beatrix near me?
Yes, about 15 feet away. Well, no, about 10 feet away.
How close do I have to get for cure wounds?
10 feet? But is it 10 feet in touch? I don't know.
Let's see.
I think it's touch.
It's touch?
Yeah, I think so. I think I have it here. Wait. Cure wounds.
Laura, I'm begging you to lie in my favor. What would
'Cause I'm-
Bonnie do
I'm-
in this situation?
Cure Wounds is a touch spell. It's
Okay.
instantaneous.
Instantaneous? Okay, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna disengage, and is it an action to disengage?
For you,
They do
yes.
have opportunity, don't they?
Well, if he
Yeah.
disengaged, no, but I don't. For you, it would be. I don't think it's until later levels that you can use a bonus action to disengage.
Yeah, and I don't think druids can bonus action disengage.
Yeah, it's only rogues, I think.
No, there is one of the circles, but because
Oh.
I don't know what circle you are in the land.
Then I'm going to risk it for a biscuit, and I'm just going to run over to Beatrix and cure wounds
Behind Jojo.
behind Jojo. Yeah.
Okay. The owl acolyte and the rabbit acolyte ahead of you will both get attacks. The rabbit is going to go for 2 unarmored strikes, and the owl folk is going to go for another one of those peck attacks.
Okay.
14, 19, and 14 again.
God damn it! They all hit.
Okay, so you are
So
going
I
to...
need to make 3 concentration checks.
No, you're just going to take damage. They were just attacks.
I know, but
Oh yeah, against concentration. Well,
concentration on my spell.
well, if you're casting Cure Wounds, it's going to go anyway
Yeah.
because you have to concentrate.
Oh, so I drop
Yeah.
I drop it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, I mean, this is more important.
So either way, concentration is about a drop.
They're all out of your circle anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, fair.
You take 18 points of damage.
Oh,
A 6, an 8, and a 4.
So that's 18 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm not doing so hot.
Hugo collapses.
I'm not doing.
What are
too
you on?
good.
What are you on?
12.
12.
Hugo
Well,
is going to resend that
roll-
cure wound.
roll a d8 to cure Beatrix then.
Yeah, it's a D8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. What's that? Spellcasting.
The spellcasting ability modifier would
Plus
be
my wisdom.
plus your wisdom, so 2.
So it's
isn't it?
D8
3?
plus wisdom. Come on. D8 plus 4.
Is your
So I only
wait?
get-
That would mean your wisdom is 18.
Yeah,
Is your wisdom 18?
it is. Yeah, I'm a wise boy.
You're not?
So 6, because it's 2 plus 4. So it didn't roll too hot.
You took 18 damage and you gave back 6.
Yeah.
To someone else.
Be a twix.
Oh,
How much damage had you taken up until that point? You had taken what, 12 damage?
me?
5 and
Yeah.
3.
5 and 3?
Oh.
Uh,
No, Beatrix is 9, sorry.
9,
You're
okay.
asking me.
I knew it was a variation. Okay.
Yeah, I was down to 17 hit points.
Let's go. So now
that
you're
means
on
I have
23?
I think. Yeah.
Okay. Back over here. Sorry, go on, Hugo.
My turn. No, that was your
Sorry,
turn.
I kind of assumed because you used quite a lot of your movement anyway. Down in the depths, we're going to go with this incubi's movement here, or go here, and he's going to turn around to the small owl folk behind him, grip him by the head, and drag him over to the circular plinth in front of the altar. And picking him up, he's going to. There's for the rest of you, the circular plinth has a central spike in the middle of it, and then clockwork around the edges are hooked barbs aiming in. They have been folded into a small drop of Reardon's blood, burning like the sun. And this incubi is going to grab one of the turned in tendrils, and as he pulls it, the others kind of unfold like a cage. And while he does, he takes this other acolyte and impales him on the middle spike, drawing quite a large pool of blood underneath. that, as with Reardon's blood, starts to glow kind of almost hot, like hot embers. And he's going to push the cage back into position so that all the, like, essentially pointy bits form back into the center spike. At this point, the obsidian plinth that sits beneath the statue begins to have like an internal purple glow in the middle. But with another one of the acolytes gone, they have also decreased their health. Oh, I should also. It is now a different acolyte's go. I don't know which acolyte. It's the one that's already been speared by like 7 of you. The one in the middle, yes?
The one in front of
Yeah.
Jojo?
Yeah.
It was followed
Yeah.
by regular with Bonnie, so that one's dead, isn't it?
That one also came after this one.
So
Okay,
It was Incubi, acolyte upstairs, acolyte downstairs. The one that is in front of both Jojo and Bigwig.
Okay.
And after getting like 2 claw attacks into the back of a fleeing Hugo, kind of turning with the force and momentum that he was coming around with, he's going to like scratch his claws against one another, like slightly sharpening them, and he's going to make again just 2 swiping attacks towards Jojo.
Try it.
6 and a 9.
They don't hit me.
16. No.
Yes!
Trying to like scratch in, the claws hit the outer layer of your tunic, and almost as with the brittleness of the rest of him, his like fingers crack back and the claws have no traction against you. You take 0 damage. So now
Fuck you. Ah.
Bigwig's go.
Acolyte before that do?
Sorry?
What did the acolyte before that do? The one with Bonnie?
The one with the one with the incubi took a different acolyte and like spiked him down onto the
Sacrifice him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, thank
Or
you.
where I am.
yeah.
Yeah, where Bonnie is.
Bigwig, you're up, and then Jojo.
I see the one gone after Jojo, so I'm gonna swing down with my arm, and as I'm swinging, the axe is gonna appear, and I'm gonna
Cleave,
attack with the
yeah.
axe.
Sure.
Everyone's super confused at Bigwig right now.
He's like, JoJo's my friend. He just hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah, 18.
100% hits.
I don't remember what my axe is. Oh no, yeah, no, I do.
1d6 plus 1, I'd say.
3.
Sorry?
3.
3. Yeah. As you kind of bring your axe all the way down, almost as after this rabbit folk had attacked, he kind of like looks back at his fingers bending the wrong way, kind of hunched over a little bit. Your axe comes through the back of his neck, and his head flops off, kind of still singeing with the moonlight from the turn earlier.
Metal.
And you did 3 total damage?
3, yeah.
Sure.
I don't think the damage means anything if you essentially slice the head off.
The damage means
No,
something.
it's for them, because some
Yeah.
of them are connected and it
Yes,
accumulates.
yeah, you're right, sorry. I was just like, I don't...
As I said, I will explain how the damage worked after game.
Okay.
Bigwig, do you have anything else to do?
Well, I don't think so, since I'm basically fighting whatever Jojo fights.
Apologize to Beatrix.
You have
It's
one
basically-
more turn under Jojo's concentration.
So it's whatever I consider an enemy, so you can go towards what JoJo considers enemies.
So do you want to point
Our team
in a
big-
direction?
It is
Would I
Jojo.
have pointed out?
You will be kind of coerced into just attacking whatever enemies Jojo has found, but it is Jojo's go, and assuming because of a lot of things, you could possibly influence Bigwig's decision making next turn.
Okay.
Depending on what you want to do, we'll see if that counts as an action or not.
Bonnie looks terrified.
Brian.
Brian,
It's my go?
it is your go.
Okay. So there, Reardon's there, another fucker follower, and then the one near Gulliver.
Mm-hmm.
And then the far side of the altar, and the one incubi that hasn't done anything yet.
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say, Bigwig, hit fucking Reardon, and then Jojo's gonna spend a key point and in with unarmored strike.
On
Yeah.
on who?
Flurry of Bros, shite. Flurry of Bros.
On who?
Bros.
Bros.
Yes.
Chantel?
Flurry of Bros.
Chantel?
Yeah.
On who?
On Reardon. So
Okay.
I'm gonna attack Reardon, and I tell Bigwig to also attack Reardon.
Okay, you'll need to move up if you're going to make an unarmored attack.
Yeah.
Then.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Sorry. Run punch.
So go on, flurry of blows, or
So I'd like
unarmored strike. Sorry.
Yeah. So unarmored strike, and then spend a key point to hit him again.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. You do have to make an attack roll for both of them.
I know. 17 plus. What the fuck do I add? Why am I blind? I think it's just it's a roll. Why am I fucking stupid right now? Yeah, I think it's just a 17 to hit. I don't think I add anything if it's just my fist.
Sure.
I honestly forget.
So first attack. What was your first attack? Was a 17 plus something, right?
Yeah, I don't. That's the thing. I forget what I have to add.
Which 100% as.
Oh, dice, dex mod. So it's a +6. So 7.
Yeah, don't worry. It hits anyway. It hits anyway. But roll for damage.
Unarmored strike. That's 1d4. So 4 damage.
As you kind of like stance up in front of Reardon and throw your first fist towards him, he like claps, and he is swapped with the cultist in front of Gulliver.
Fuck.
What you did? What 4 damage?
I did 4 damage to Reardon.
You did 4 damage to the acolyte, but it is split.
Well,
Oh shit.
It is split with Reardon in favor, so it's 3 and 2. But still, you go for Reardon's face, and as he kind of parses out into the other acolyte, you feel your fist just go kind of like into soft, almost like plasticine. And as you pull it back, the kind of the caked on fur and like soft tissue and bone has stuck to your hand. And this acolyte falls to his knees in front of you. Another acolyte out of the game.
okay, well,
And Reardon does take a part of that damage.
okay, you got.
Is this power inspired by buff guy from Jujutsu Kaisen?
You okay, sir?
That's
Who?
disgusting. I don't
You know, we watched this together. You know the buff guy that claps and he swaps places with Yuji when he's fighting the big plant monster.
Completely forgot that existed. No, that's not. This is in no way like correlated.
The power is called Oogie Boogie.
Yeah.
Is this from Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to watch that.
It's very good. But no, this isn't actually based on anything from that.
Okay. I was just like, you saying claps, I changed his places. I was like, oh, best boy.
So
So
I don't spend a key point because it'd be like what happened. It's meant to be immediately after my attack, and I only have the one attack.
well,
so
you
it's
did
not-
say you were spending a key point, so it was. You do have a second attack.
But so I do have a second.
You
attack.
have that. You can spend it against the other person, but yeah. You know what? You can not spend it though. You don't have to
Yeah.
spend it.
Yeah, it was just me saying I would if he was still standing, but if he's gone,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's supposed to be a little bit instantaneous, but yeah, I'll let you not spend it.
Or I can just turn around and hit the guy right behind me.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Don't worry, you don't have to spend it.
I will happily spend it if you let me just be like, this punch.
Don't even worry. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Well,
You still have 20 feet of movement?
Yeah, Jojo will just start making his way towards Reardon because he's pissed the fuck off.
Sure. You can get right behind him.
Oh, can I then spend my key point? I am being a bitch, I know. Ignore me.
It is against the same target, but like usually you have to do attack followed by it, so I will say no.
I know. Yeah.
But also, you do get pecked on your way out. Does a 16 hit?
No. 17 AC.
Okay, fair enough. As you're leaving, that one owl folk zombie goes to like peck you and just kind of like misses and kind of face plants on the way out. With that being said, it is now the incubi upstairs' turn. And he is going to go up upon the altar in the middle of a large stone plinth, essentially in the middle of the courtyard, surrounded by the gazebo walls. Sorry, the window's not open. Give me a second. You have proven time over time that this power that has been given to you is wasted on you. I will use my time to prove my loyalty. You are a weak Reardon, and you don't deserve this. And he's going to stand. It keeps crashing on me. He's going to stand in the middle and kind of focus his energies under him to the altar sitting underground beside Bonnie. What Bonnie and Goldie can see downstairs is that obsidian plinth that you're standing on. One side of it is going to start, or standing beside, I should say, is going to start cracking open, and the sides of it are going to be like starting to be pulled apart from the inside out, and you're going to see 3 large claws just kind of poke through where is leaving. Probably 5-10 feet in span each claw, almost like reaching up the entire side. And it's just going to hook its way out, trying to like pull apart the like actual rock that it's in.
Counter spell, okay.
Just spec it.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna be fighting a dragon, I swear to God.
Ian, can I
Yeah.
ask something?
What's up?
Did you say that Bonnie and Goldie are beneath that?
Directly? No, they are directly underneath you, beneath the courtyard. You wouldn't know this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sarah knows.
Sarah knows. The players know.
And I can enforce my action.
And we are going to go back down here to where essentially the claw is coming out of about here beside Goldie. And this incubi, who had previously been scorched through his chest, is going to run down kind of beside you. And almost being taken aback. He's almost here. It matters little what you do to us. I'm excited as you are scared. And he is going...
You think you scare me? I've seen far bigger and worse than you.
He is going to make a claw attack on you. Just like standing beside you after that. He's going to like just try and throw his weight behind this claw. Well... No, sorry, I'm dumb. 13.
Nope.
No. You're... Okay, fine.
15.
You get away this time. Almost dazzled by what he sees in this room, he's not even looking at you, and he like jams his claws into the wall above your head. This small amount of dirt flies down on top of you, and he pulls his claws out, kind of like looking down, ready to go again. That brings us around. Beatrix, you will be next up. There's 2 acolytes before you, though. And they are the 2 here. They're going to run to flank the incubi standing in the middle, and they are going to, as with the one before, start clawing at their mouth to try and open it up, and this time focusing the energies that you can see kind of pouring out the sides directly at the altar's precipice, kind of towards the pinnacle of it, essentially, forming when the two beams hit each other, this kind of orb-like structure starts to form almost like a bubble of dark magic above the altar, and it starts to like ebb and flow as the incubi below kind of is deep in a trance, trying to get whatever is happening to happen. Beatrix, it is your go.
Okay, I just want to double check. So, the little purple figure is Reardon, right?
Yes.
So, Beatrix has no idea what it's gonna do, but she wants to use the gloves on Reardon.
Okay. Can you look away from the screen? Can you like turn around your seat for a second?
Oh.
All of us?
No, because I just can't remember. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. I just didn't want you to see the card, so you could like decide what effect you wanted. I need you to roll a DC, I need you to roll a D20. I didn't go like absolutely insane. You're using the gloves on him, correct?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I just had a moment.
It's your turn to do that.
Yeah. Go on. 3.
Oh. No.
Join me, Sarah.
I need you to make an attack roll with your short sword against Hugo. If the fear effect has backfired, much like the Myconid did in the caves in the Meanlock, the fear effect has backfired.
I pray for the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and this is the thanks I get?
Yeah, exactly.
You actually might kill Hugo. Go on. Wait, no. You have to roll for attack against him, and then you roll damage.
Oh, okay.
So roll for attack, and if you hit, he's going to take 4 damage.
18.
Okay, Hugo, does that hit? Yeah, you take 4 damage, buddy.
Barely.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Hugo. You
Just like a Steve Burton, just like, ow.
To be fair, you've done probably like nearing 100 damage to the party. It's fine.
Yeah, I was just another thing of like, yeah, sounds about right.
Fair. That is the charge of the fear gloves used for today.
Oh no.
And that is your go.
Thanks, Kian. Really like this game. Thank
You just had to pass 13. 13 is a low ass roll. Well, it's technically higher than usual, but still.
You know what's a low roll? 3.
3 is a very low roll. Here's what I'll do. I'll take your feedback and I'll rework the gloves for next day.
Thank you.
If you roll lower than a 15, you're gonna insta kill someone.
Inconveniences me now, but thank you.
Bonnie,
Natural 20 power word kill.
it is your go.
Okay, so beside me is one of the incubi, and then another incubi is at the altar.
Mm-hmm.
And then is that rear, or is that?
That's Goldie, yeah.
Oh, okay. I am awesome. I am going
You are
to
awesome.
la 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 la. Let me look at my bells.
But that just turned into Under the Sea.
Under the sea. More like under the DC. Ha, got him.
Oh wow.
Love that.
That's Too soon, Kean. Too soon.
How far away is the second incubi?
One's 15 feet, one's 5 feet.
Okay, so
The one standing right beside you is the one that you really, really hurt.
Yeah. I feel like though the other one is causing a bit more trouble at this moment in time. So I'm going to summon my spiritual weapon, but I'm not going to summon it in my hand. Instead, I'm going to throw it forward to the other incubi.
Okay. Oh, I have no idea what. Let's.
My scythe, my purple scythe.
I should really get like an actual piece for this. Let's call it. No, let's not give it a marble. That would be horrendous. Let's get a random mahjong for it. About here?
Yeah. And I'm gonna attack him. So you create a floating spectral weapon within range that lasts for the duration or until you cast the spell. On hit, the target takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon up to 20 feet and repeat the attack on a creature within 5 feet of it. So, could I attack him and then bring it back?
Yes, you can attack him and bring it back, but you can't make a second attack. I don't think that's what that means. It's kind of sussy wording, but I think it more means like you can use a bonus action to move it and then attack.
It says you can move the weapon up to 20 feet and repeat the attack.
Okay.
On a creature 5 foot in front of you, which the other one is.
Yeah, I'll allow it then.
Okay, cool.
So you're going to attack the first one, bring it back, and attack the second?
So she's just literally going to like do this, and a scythe is just going to go flying right at that cunt.
Sure.
So I have to
roll for attack.
So I have to roll a d20.
Mm-hmm. And then add your spellcasting and proficiency.
What kind of weapon is this?
Scythe.
Spiritual weapon.
Scythe.
Purple scythe, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really pretty. It's kind of it's like it's just like glowy, so it's like spiritually looking, and it has like little flowers at the corners of it. The flowers are forget-me-nots because I think that's quite cute. Yeah.
I want a drawing of this weapon at some point.
That was a 15. So
15?
Oh wait, yeah, it's just 15.
15 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Oh yeah. So that would be.
Right, Chantal? Yeah.
19?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm trying to ask the counselor over there, but I can't. I'm not sure. Chantal, would it be plus your spellcasting DC for spiritual weapon?
Yeah, I think it is.
There you go.
I think I remember. I'll double check it anyway.
Well, either way, to be honest, it would have hit either way.
Okay.
So roll for 1d8 plus
1d8
2.
plus my
I think
2,
2, yeah.
So that is a 6 plus my spell modifier is a
So that's an 8.
8. And then I'm gonna send it.
This scythe like rips through the tattered robes that this fake acolyte once wore, and even though there's like a long string of this dark tar-like substance kind of oozing out, he kind of just like brushes away and kind of like flicks it off him, almost as if it didn't really do much. Hello, Chantal?
It says here, on a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 1d8.
Oh no, it was more just like for attacks.
Yeah, so it doesn't say anything about.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
In case you add it to the damage, basically.
Okay, well, moving it back here, make another hit, same way. So add your whatevers.
So wait, I have to roll a d20 again first, isn't it?
Yep.
To hit him. That is a 13 plus
Why is this video I'm watching in a video game asking me, am I still there?
17.
But yeah, YouTube does that. I think it's to try and stop you from watching stuff for too long.
True, but I'm in a game. Fuck off!
I thought that was-
Go on, sorry, what was that?
17.
Yeah, hits.
Yeah, so I rolled a 7, so 9.
9.
So she's
That's pretty perfect.
gonna send it flying. The first guy hits him, and then he's gonna like wipe that away. She's just gonna keep looking at him though, and like it's gonna just go flying back into her hand. She's just gonna hit the other guy,
Oh,
but keep
yeah.
eye contact with him, not even looking at the other guy she already hurt. She
Both
hits
both Bonnie and this incubi standing in the kind of like arched door frame. The incubi is looking at where the like rip is opening. You looking at his friend. He claws above your head and doesn't even like pay attention to you. You send out your spiritual weapon, bring it back, and dig it into the like base of his head. And you kind of, without looking, you kind of just imagine this has done some form of damage. But as it kind of like, you feel your arm kind of get weighted down as this large lumbering demon falls over and sputters his last breaths. That is the first of the incubi down.
You're welcome.
And the spiritual weapon is in your hand. You still have full movement. What are you up to?
I'm going to just dash over to Goldie and say, and just kind of be like, "Are you hurt, or are you ready to fight?"
Oh, please. I preferred sleeping down here than upstairs anyway. I'm always ready for the fight. And kind of gives his like little sword a tap on the ground and like pulls it back into like a stance. And with that, the two acolytes up the top. Well, one acolyte, because one is dead. Yeah. I'm trying to remember all of these. So this is the rabbit zombie, the rabbit folk acolyte, who's looking fairly... He's been stabbed in the ribs. He has been punched when the entire pool of them was a little bit more populated. And he is going to make a mad dash to try and use whatever resilient energy is in him to try and knock Hugo over. After seeing Hugo get stabbed, slashed, and beaten, he is going to make like a run at Hugo and try and jump tackle him. Hugo, I will let you go with dexterity or strength. What do you choose?
I choose dexterity because I'm 0 in strength.
Sure. So roll for your dexterity.
Oh, let's go with dirty 20. 18 plus 2.
A natural 20.
God fucking...
I can show you. It's the cute little Kraken one. With this owl folk pins you down, and you are prone.
Fuck.
And not just prone, where you could get up. I will say for the natural 20, he is like still kind of like straddling you, pinning you down with one arm, with his other like raised, ready to fight off anyone who tries to pick you back up.
So am I restrained then?
You are restrained on the ground.
Fuck, that is not good. Okay.
I'm just happy I finally got it. I got a D20 with my like little tiny dice.
Yeah, holy shit, that's awesome.
I've been rolling this one all night because I'm like, they're all small people, and I'm like, it's tiny. Like, that's it compared to a normal dice.
Oh my god.
Baby dice.
Was Hugo resting down on the ground?
Yes.
Thank you.
And for once, he didn't like it.
Oh, so okay, so it's advantage. So
We'll
against
we'll
them.
work we'll work with what it is. Don't you put away that monster manual or Dungeon Master's Guide. The more you read from it, the more I go off my own rules. Well, it's not. Yeah, we'll see what happens. In the final phase of this, Goldie, beside Bonnie, is going to, after like forming his into whatever stance he was in, is going to bring his sword down, stabbing it into the ground, and casting kind of like a form of what would you call it? God, what's the word? They use it for earthquakes. Seismic. There we go. Digs it into the ground, and there's this seismic kind of undercurrent that travels through the ground and attaches to around the ankles of the incubi in front, and this kind of latent energy that kind of you can see kind of rupture the ends of his feet, almost as if like in a heat wave you see the shaking air. And the incubi is restrained to this point in the ground. And that's where we have restraint. It's different. I swear. He is no longer able to move from that position. It is the start of combat again. That was the second round. Without being funny, most people have died, and it is getting towards the end. I'm going to call it here, and we're going to take another 5 minutes. And we're going to come back for a last half an hour. Is that okay with everyone?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep... Right. Then, at the top of the round, having been slightly flustered from his last attempt, seeing both Jojo and Gulliver around him, Reardon is going to kind of attempt to turn this around in his favor. He is going to, with a small clap, swap with first this cultist between Hugo and Beatrix.
So
He is-
Hugo no longer pinned?
Well, now he's not.
I'm just prone.
Yes, you are prone, which does lead this one cultist to also be prone in the middle of Gulliver and Jojo. And he's going to make one unarmored strike against Beatrix. Which is a 16?
Hugo. I thought it was gonna be Hugo. He's gonna.
Oh, you thought it would be Hugo? It would never be Hugo. Why not? He was in a pile.
Sarah?
Sarah?
Yeah?
16? Does it hit?
Does it hit?
Sorry. One sec. Yeah, 16 hits.
Hell yeah. He can actually do damage for once. It's 5 damage. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And with a second clap, he's going to swap with this cultist.
Jesus.
He's a
Are
happy
they like
clapper.
legendary?
He's running it.
or something?
It's essentially what the mean lock had. They're lair actions,
Oh, okay.
and he is nearly out of them.
Fuck yeah.
Just so everyone's on the same page here.
Hell yeah.
That does mean that the small bubble of dark energy that was brewing over the gazebo essentially has now just lost one of its inputs and is like, and this stream of this black inky substance that you've seen from both the acolytes and the incubi is now drenched the top of the altar, kind of forming like a little waterfall over the incubi in the center.
Oh, the hell.
And then there is just movement, and he can move about that far, I think, as far as I'm aware. And that That brings us to Gulliver's actions.
Go, fucking go.
I'm not gonna bother reload. I'll do it later. I'm gonna take. Can he take out his dagger? Is that
Sure.
like an action? Or-
No, you can say that. That's
Okay.
just like a.
He's gonna take out his dagger and then he's just gonna slash at the light in front of him.
Sure. Roll for attack.
So,
And is it with advantage because he's prone? Yeah.
I think so. That's what I was
Is
just
it?
about to
Okay.
ask.
I'll
think
roll
so.
again.
Range attacks have
It would be
disadvantage.
disadvantage if you're using ranged weapons on someone that's. So it's advantage
that's
if you're
strength,
using
isn't it?
melee.
That
What are we saying,
is-
Kira?
Is it strength? What?
Yeah.
Dagger.
That is 11.
With advantage?
Yeah, I got an 8 over a 3.
Oh.
Ooh.
Taking out your dagger, you go to stab it and you just hit cobblestone. Almost kind of like assuming after Reardon had just instantly teleported out, you take it out, you jab, and this acolyte trying to like gain his like bearing kind of like rolls almost instinctively out of the way. Unfortunately miss. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Not really.
Hugo then.
Aki.
You are no longer pinned, so you can use half your movement speed just to get out of prone.
What I'll do is I'll use half my movement to get
Okay.
to prone, and I.
By the way,
will
Bigwig and Jojo, get ready.
go, and I will use my last wild shape slot to wild shape into a black bear.
Sure. And that's as a bonus action with your circle, correct?
Hey, yes. 'Cause
Also,
it's
we realized
rattle
this-
shaping.
Oh, was it that Kevin shouldn't be he's past the damage threshold? Yeah.
So I hit 14, so I
Yeah.
transformed into.
Oh, there's Reardon. There's the original Reardon. You can just delete you. You're gonna have to give me a second because I know he's in here. The bear is in here somewhere.
Yes.
It was just sitting on the table at one point.
It was.
Locked in.
Oh, Kevin. Is it? No. Oh.
No, next to all the pieces. See the green one there? If you scroll in.
No, that's
the one
not.
with them.
No.
Is it not with him? He was there last time.
Just put something.
There he
in.
is.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. So I'm big boy. And I'm going to attack the nearest acolyte with the brown bear.
Go for it. Make an attack roll.
So.
What's a brown bear's damage again?
I'm a black bear because brown bear's stronger, and we said.
Yeah. Okay. What is the bear's damage?
So I'm going to use. So it's multi attack. So I'm going to use my bite and then claws. So
Sure.
It's a plus.
Which do you want to do first?
I will do the claws and then bite.
Okay. So roll for claws.
So claws is a +3. Be a 6.
Total.
6 total, yeah.
You like swipe with your claws, but kind of having been put in and out of shapes all for the last few days now, you kind of don't really get the momentum you expect from the bear, and you just miss, and your pads hit the ground.
Okay. So then I will wind up again and go for my bite attack.
Sure.
I thought you just said that
Oh
his
my
pants hit the ground.
God. I got another 3, so 6. Jesus.
You kind of like lunge out with a bite, but
Yeah. I just.
You're not-
There's like kind of hollow clump. when I-
yeah, you're kind of just thrashing it there now.
Well,
You have half your movement speed.
there's a whiff and a half. I will move to kind of diagonally, so I'll be flanking with Beatrix.
Sure. Up or up here.
Yes, I'll be flanking.
Okay. Well, you'd be flanking either way, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's my turn.
then we would be moving over to the restrained incubi over here, who can do very little, but is going to like take one of his horns. He's going to crack it off in his hands, and as an improvised weapon, essentially try and throw it at you, Bonnie.
Be horny. Yo. Go for it, bro.
17.
7, yeah, that hits.
Yeah. I'm going to assume that it's essentially.
To break his own horn off?
Yeah.
Huh?
We're getting onto that.
Okay.
That is going to be 3 damage.
Death saving throw. Okay.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. I thought you were actually that low.
No.
What are you on?
I was 32.
Oh, that's fine. I don't. Oh boy.
Am I 29 now?
Yeah, you would be.
Yeah.
If you're 32, you go down to 29.
Let's go.
As he breaks off his horn and more of this kind of like black liquid kind of starts seeping out. There is this guttural growl that kind of comes from him. As after he throws it, he kind of just uses like a bright hand and stops the flow coming from his head directly. But he has taken some amount of damage for it. It is Bigwig, then Jojo.
Fuck you, devil man.
You can't do anything.
Jojo on his last turn managed to hit Reardon.
No. He managed to hit the Acolyte.
HP, you said. I hit
What?
the Acolyte, but Reardon got
Yeah. He does take a small amount of like damage when he like transfers.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Well, remember I did say hit Reardon Bigwig, and then I went for Reardon as well.
Yeah, so
This
I
is
was
true.
I'll go for Reardon. Alright. Okay.
Well,
Up to
that
you.
would be your tunnel vision, kicking in
Yeah.
as much as you can.
So
How far can you run?
I don't need to particularly run. I could use Firebolt again because
Oh, yeah,
that's
sure.
120 feet range.
You don't really have a line of sight now.
Yeah.
Okay, then I want to run till I get line of sight on him.
You'd have to run essentially in front of Hugo. Like here-ish. I'll say from there you probably could.
Okay. And I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
Sure, make an attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
You cast
yeah.
firebolt on the enemy, but not fireball. No, I'm kidding.
Fireball, yeah.
Oh,
17.
okay, yeah, I forgot.
17? Definitely hits.
Okay, what is my damage thing again? To look. Is it? There's away. 7?
7? As the firebolt flies through the air, Reardon like turns back and looks at him, claps his hands again.
He has to be.
The firebolt hits him directly in the chest,
Mm-hmm.
taking full damage from the firebolt, and the outer edges of his robes are now starting to like singe and burn as if they were like moth eaten through. They're very flimsily, like just like catching like paper fire. Dump. And yeah, he's looking beaten to fuck right now. Definitely not where he started. Anything else you'd like to do? You have about another 20 feet of movement.
Another 20 feet?
I'd say so. You've only moved 10.
Alright, and then I'm gonna continue to run the 20 feet towards Reardon.
Okay. As an attack of opportunity, the little owl folk is going to try and peck you. Or, no, that would be the one of the rabbit folk.
Mm-hmm.
That is a natural 20.
Okay.
Which is going to be, 10 damage.
Alright.
I mark that off. And it is now Jojo's turn. You're in front of that one rabbit folk or that one owl folk acolyte.
Like all Jojo would do is he'd punch because Reardon was there. Like gesture for him that like it's no longer Reardon. I think he'd just be like enemy punch.
Sure.
So I will try and hit that prone fucker on the floor.
Roll for attack with advantage.
Then I add 6. 18 to hit.
100% hits.
4 plus 4, so 8 damage done to it.
Right. Well, as this acolyte is kind of like still like he was on kind of a pinning motion. When Gulliver went to stab, he kind of like pulls back. From the back, you like pop into the back of his head, and kind of what Gulliver sees from the front is just the last moments of like this consciousness just drained from his eyes as they widen and he falls over. Kind of with a wet sound as if moss just hit the ground. Beatrix, the one in front of you, kind of falls into you, kind of gripping at your clothes, trying to like stand upright as it falls over. The same mushy sound. The one casting the beam above the altar, while you can't directly see him, the beam is no longer active. The acolytes have essentially all been wiped out.
Hey, guys.
Whoop whoop. So, tagging off all the acolytes.
Thank God.
And then... Oh, this is so nice. I made like a lovely little system so that I could like, when the fucking 20 of them all die, I can just have them all relocate themselves. Okay. With that, Jojo, is there anything else you'd like to do?
He's the demon guy in the middle of the altar, and then he'll try and beeline to him with his 30 feet of movement.
Sure.
As much as he can. His enemy. That's all I can do.
That's all you can do, really.
I don't mind. I killed him.
This incubus in the middle, kind of seeing this waterfall of darkness around him, and finishing kind of his meditations on whatever he's going to do, is going to kneel on this consecrated ground, putting both hands at either side of him, staring up at the sky and uttering some guttural demonic. A blast of light shatters the roof of the gazebo, sending the pieces everywhere. The 4 pillars surrounding it crumble in on him. The light persists, but you can't see whatever is left of him. Downstairs, what Bonnie and Goldie see is the second hooked claw reach out from behind the rock and kind of both start shaking as if under stress of trying to pull this rock apart. As it gets further and further apart, the darkness inside is not shadow, it's black, it's pitch blackness. There is no light emanating from inside it. Beatrix, it is your go.
I can't really see the board.
That's okay. Essentially, the only person in the courtyard with you now that you can know for fact is still alive and a threat is Reardon. He's roughly about 60 feet ahead of you.
None of my weapons would reach that. I don't think there's anything I can do.
Would you like to even move?
I don't think there'd be a point.
Okay. Then we will go over to Bonnie. who would be the next in order, if that's okay with you.
Mhm.
I'm assuming it is. Bonnie?
Yeah, I'm just gonna attack the mofo in front of me.
Spiritual weapon?
Yeah.
Sure. Make an attack roll. You can send it out, and he is restrained, so you would have advantage on the attack. He can't move his feet to dodge out.
Okay. So we got a 3 on one, and we got a 17 on the other.
Okay, the 17 at least hits.
Yo. Okay. So what was it? A D8. That is a 3. God damn.
So a 3.
Plus my
Yeah.
modifier, so 2.
So 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finding the oh, I forgot to cross him out. Finding the spiritual weapon in your hand again, throwing it out almost like a boomerang. It forms like almost an identical cut on his side, forming like an X in the middle of his chest. And he kind of, again, just kind of wipes it off, going, "You spend so much of your energy trying to harm that which you don't even realize. It's pathetic, but funny." Okay.
I'll show you something funny yet in a minute, mister. Just you wait.
He is taking damage, slowly.
I'm just hoping Goldie like does something sexy. I don't know. I'm just waiting for him to do something sexy. Watch these hands.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
You know what? There was something actually really important that Bonnie has been meaning to do, so she's going to take out her sewing kit and start working on the bag that looks like Nabble.
Just in the middle of the fight?
No. I'm going to cantrips are actions, aren't they? Like you can't like cast.
You've already, yeah. Because you did make an. Actually, a spiritual weapon is a bonus action to attack. So yeah, you still have an action.
Okay, cool. So I still could cast another spell.
You could.
No?
You could.
Okay, sir. Okay. Give me a second. I have an idea. Oh my god.
I'm getting ready for Goldie to do something sexy.
I think it's just you can't summon a spiritual weapon and then use another spell.
Yeah, so you've used a bonus action, but now you are.
To use the weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the only thing that's making me confused is I think spiritual weapon is concentration, but I honestly can't remember.
Yeah, but she hasn't taken damage yet, so it should be fine. And once she doesn't cast something with. Actually, no, because if she casts something that would count as concentration. So you can't cast another spell, but you.
Time, one bonus action. It is a duration of 1 minute.
That's 10 rounds of action.
Yeah. No, because you would have to maintain concentration on it, surely.
It's not saying anything about like concentration, but I even thought it was a concentration spell.
I'm just remembering back to the way Jester did it, and I'm
components.
I don't.
What does VS mean?
Virtual voice, vocal and semantic. So you have to be able to speak and also be able to articulate your words.
Yeah. The weapon can take whatever form. Yeah. It doesn't say anything like about.
I just thought that if you cast
a floating spectral weapon within range that lasts for the duration or until you cast this spell again.
Oh, that's fine then. That doesn't require concentration.
Okay. So I can cast another spell.
Yeah, you can cast another spell.
I will cast on this guy. Where is it? Is it this one? I will cast Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead? Sure.
Yeah.
Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead. You point at one creature you can see within range. The sound of delirious bells fills the air around for a moment. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage. If the target misses if it is missing any hit points, it instead takes 1d12 necrotic damage.
Okay, so I have to save for what?
It is a wisdom, my good sir.
So I don't think it does, because he rolled a 4.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and he is
So,
missing hit points, so he would take 1d12.
Awesome.
Holy shit.
That is a 12, sir. That is a 12.
Yo.
Yes?
Decent.
12 would be... Sorry, I was trying to work out maths in my head, and I was like, no, that's wrong. That is quite a lot of damage.
That's a lot of
From going from where he was to kind of just like covering what was essentially ears, like holes in the side of his head, and this screech that lets out across the entire cavern. He is looking very banged up now.
Yeah, Bonnie is just gonna kind of laugh and say, "Sorry, were you saying something earlier? I couldn't hear you over that sound."
With that, and kind of with a chuckle, Goldie kind of walks beside you, almost kind of a small amount in front of you, and kind of like pats you on the shoulder. That was a good one. And you receive 3 points of health back as he casts Cure Wounds.
Me and him are gonna be friends. I can feel it already. We're gonna team.
This
last episode.
Yeah.
the hand that like kind of holds onto your shoulder, you see glow with a bright green energy, and you feel slightly revitalized. But you see him pull it away instantly as you feel a warmth from it, and he takes damage from it.
Baby, no.
Baby, no.
Baby, where's my rubber? Got my rubber. Baby.
With
Spider took it.
Can I ask one quick question because I forgot to ask it?
Sure.
Was Bigwig meant to potentially roll against the control thing when he got hit by that 10 damage that he took earlier?
No, because it doesn't matter because he's still under your spell regardless.
Okay.
So he was still controlled regardless, and he is going. It is up until his next round that is on.
Okay. That was just me being like, how is that balanced? Because he's controlled, I'm controlling him. Would he be saving for mine or the other?
Yeah, well, working it out.
It's easier. Never mind. I was just nosy.
As it is the top of combat, and Reardon looks as if he is about to form some form of idealized plan to save whatever is left of his crumbling life. The light from the middle of the altar stops. The rubble, caked in that black ink, ebbs with that black smoke from earlier. It pours out, taking the whatever liquefacted remains were underneath it, whatever energy was running through this area, and begins to form kind of in front of Reardon into a pool maybe 15 feet wide, then into a cloud hovering above the ground, and then into the shape of a vaguely humanoid creature, maybe 9 foot tall. As Reardon opens his mouth, this echoey ha ha ha. Don't bother speaking. I've seen what's gone on. You've heard what they've said. There's no point begging for mercy now. And that is where we're going to leave it for today.
Ooh. Sheesh. You starting?
Right.